we have completed. Hope you all have written the notes also about lesson 1. So very clearly I have given what are the new words. The new words you should write for 2 times. Then you have following with the keywords. Then you have mind mapping. You have short answers and long answers. Write it very neatly in the classwork. Now here we are in lesson number 2, that is plants living and surviving. So the recap of this lesson. And you should be ready with your term book and pencil. So here plants based on their habitat, there are of 2 types, terrestrial and aquatic. So the plants which live on land are called as terrestrial and the plants which live in water are called as aquatic. Now here in terrestrial again there are 7 types and we have learned about different terrestrial plants like plants which grow in desert areas, then plants which grow in mountains and hilly areas, then plants which grow in marshes and in plains. Again in plains there are 2 types of plants. So here in deserts the stem is going to prepare the food. The stem is very thick and fleshy. It has thorns where leaves are reduced to thorns to protect itself from the animals. And the roots of these plants will be very deep. Because of the hot climatic conditions, their quantity of water will be very less. So the roots of this plant, they go deep into the soil to absorb the water. Then coming to the plants which grow in hilly areas and mountains. So here few parts they receive snowfall every time. So to avoid the snow, these plants are in the shape of cone. Okay, like triangle. The plants they look like triangle and the leaves of this plant are like needle. They are very thin and long. So these plants leaves they have wax coating to avoid the damage from the snow and to reduce the rate of transpiration of water. And this coniferous they are also called as coniferous trees. And they are also called as evergreen trees also because they do not shed their leaves. Then the plants which grow in marshes. So the plants which grow in marshes, they grow in a clayey type of soil. That means here the soil is completely mixed with water and it is very sticky. So in such conditions what happens? It is very difficult for a plant to breathe the air. So generally a plant, the roots are grown deep inside the soil. But here the roots of this plant they come above the ground and they are going to breathe the air. And the best example is mangroves. Then plants which grow in plains. So plains they have very moderate climate, that is not too hot or not too cold. And here the rainfall is also like not too much less rainfall, but average rainfall will be there and few places they receive heavy rainfall. Now based on the quantity of rainfall, again it's divided into 2 types. Few are deciduous trees. So these deciduous trees they can grow in hot climatic conditions like neem, mango and peepal like this. So they receive very average rainfall and because of the space they spread their branches and they grow very huge and they shed their leaves during the winter season and again new leaves are going to come during the summer season. And the next one is evergreen trees where they receive so much of heavy rainfall. So examples of these are teak and rubber. So here these plants they do not shed their leaves remain completely green throughout the year. That's why they are also called as evergreen trees. Now this is the previous session what we have learned. Now today what we are going to learn is how plants are going to grow in forest areas and grassland about and coastal plains. So about these 3 things we are going to learn today. So be ready with page number 255. So in the previous session I told you to read the lesson. Wherever you find the difficulty you can again go through the previous videos so that you will not have any doubt. all have visited the garden or any plant which is nearby you, just make again. You can, if you have not done, you can go through the plants and make a short note. Is the plant tall or short? Is it having branches? Is it a creeper or is it a tree? Like that you can just write down how many points you can write down those many points. Now moving on to the first topic, that is plants in forest areas. So how plants are going to grow in forest? So did you any time visited a forest, like, or any park also? If you go to a park also, there will be so many number of plants. So even a forest also resembles a park only, but a park is going to have little less plants, but forest, it has very large number of plants where you can see different types of plants. Like for a huge tree you can see a climber, and you can see creepers and small shrubs, herbs you can see. Like the different plants you can see in a forest. So here a forest, it is a very huge area where so many plants are going to grow in, and they do not grow in a proper order. However they want, they are going to grow. So a forest is a large area of land that is dominated by different variants of plants, shrubs and herbaceous, that is non-woody plants. So there are evergreen, deciduous and coniferous trees in forest. So forests are home for a wide variety of animals and even birds. So forest is a very huge area where different types of plants are going to grow. There are huge trees, there are small plants, there are herbaceous plants, that is non-woody. If you touch the stem of the plant, like it will, like how a creeper will have, like it will bend easily, but whereas a tree, can you bend the stem? No. So here you can see a huge variety of animals, birds and even plants also. Now here in this forest you can see so many types of trees. Like most of the trees are evergreen, they do not shed their leaves at all. So all types of plants are available in the forest areas. So here you can see there are two pictures of forest. So here tall trees are there, short trees are there, and shrubs are there, creepers are also there, and where you cannot see the soil at all, isn't it? So wherever there is empty space also there, little bit of grass and unusual plants are grown. Then herbs growing with trees. So here along with the tall trees, even herbs and shrubs are grown. And here down you can see the grass also. So if you enter into a forest, you cannot see the soil at all in the most part. So everywhere plants are grown. So here what happens is, most of the time, wherever shrubs, herbs are there, these plants, they do not receive proper sunlight. And these plants, they do not have that much of water also to absorb, because so many plants are there. Each and every plant needs water to prepare its food. So as few trees are very tall, they will only absorb the most of the sunlight, and whichever plants are down, like grass, creepers, herbs, so these plants, they do not get proper amount of sunlight. So this is about the forest. Then moving on to plants which are in grassland. So plants in grassland, how they are going to grow. Grasslands are large areas of land covered with grasses and wildflowers. So trees and large shrubs are absent here. So ice covered land masses has no grasslands. The roots of grass are small plants behind the soil and make it rich, suitable for farming. So here these plants, like most of the areas, in such kind of areas, they do not have huge plants. Like big plants, they don't have shrubs or herbs. So the entire part is covered with grass. So the entire part is covered with grass. And if you see wherever there is so much of snowfall, in such kind of places you cannot see any grassland at all. Only in plains you can see a grassland. And here not only grass, you can even see some wild flowers like which are not useful to us, not even for a decoration we use that flowers. So such kind of wild flowers also you can see in these areas. So here is a picture. You cannot see any tree over here or any small plant. Only the land is completely covered with grass. So grasslands do not receive much rainfall. So there are not many tall trees or bushes. However, small trees are scattered throughout the grasslands. So all grasslands are home to a variety of wild animals. So here this area it will not receive too much of rainfall, as it is having very less rainfall. So huge big trees cannot grow over here. But in between the grasses you can see small twigs, small unusual like small which are not useful to us. You can see such kind of plants. So here so many varieties of insects and small animals like caterpillars or something else like that. So it is a home for many varieties of insects and small creatures like that. So this plants they do not receive much rainfall and there are no bushes over here, but small plants will be present. Then plants in coastal areas. So certain regions near sea coast receive heavy rainfall and the water can be salty. These regions are generally hot and moist. Coastal regions are home to many different types of plants, and coconut and pepper are some plants that grow in these regions. So here there are two examples of coastal regions, that is coconut pepper. So here what happens is these region they receive too much of rainfall, that is they receive heavy rainfall. Now here the plants are very tall. If you can see the coconut plant is very tall, and here the water will be very salty. Okay, the water as if in a glass of water you mix some salt and drink, how it will be. Even here also the water is going to be like that. And there are different types of plants here, and the best examples are coconut and pepper. So this is about the coastal region plants. Now here you have checkpoints. Take a pencil and write. Now first one is trees growing in hilly areas have mostly dash shaped leaves, needle, square, conical. So the plants which grow in hilly areas, they have conical shaped trees, but the leaves will be in the form of needle. So underline needle. And write down in the space provided. So here the trees are conical in shape, but the leaves of this plant are needle-like. Then next one, dash plants are found near sea coast. So which plants are found near the sea coast? That is coconut. Option B. So the second one answer is coconut. Which of these types of soil in marshes? So what kind of soil is found in marshes? Clayey soil, sandy soil and red soil. It is clayey soil. So that is about today's topic. Now in the next topic we will learn about aquatic plants. Now in that aquatic plants also, if you see how many different types of plants are there. There are floating plants, there are fixed plants, and there are underwater plants. Floating plants, they float on the surface of water. Fixed plant, they float on the top of the water and their roots will be fixed deep into the soil. And there are underground water plants. That means the plant, it remains completely inside the water and it is not visible to us. So in the next lesson, in the next session, we are going to learn about these three types of plants. Now homework for you is draw coconut plant and write 2 sentences on it. So, you should draw the coconut plant, color it, and what are the climatic conditions over there and how does it grows, you have to write 2 points on it. Now, let us revise once again. So, today we have learned about the plants which grow in forest, then we have learned about grasslands and coastal areas. So, how the plants are going to grow in coastal areas. So, a forest is a very big land, huge land, where so many varieties of plants and animals are going to live over there. So these areas will be green every time. Okay, most of the time they are green and we can also call them as evergreen also. And here there are wild varieties of plants like some huge trees are there, small trees will be there, shrubs will be there, herbs, creepers, climbers, like this so many varieties of plants are there. And you can see different types of plants over here like deciduous, like which shed their leaves in the winter season and again like they are able to adapt themselves in the hot climatic condition. And coniferous trees are also there, like tall and which are in conical shape, and they can grow in cool climatic conditions also. But most of the time the trees will remain green, that's why it's also called as evergreen also. Then the next one is plants which grow in grasslands. So in a huge land where you can see only small tiny plants and grass. So here we cannot see any huge plants or little bigger plants also you cannot see. And here this area they receive very less rainfall. So why there are no trees? Because they receive very less rainfall. And here this is a home for a very huge varieties of insects and small reptiles also will be there like snakes and all. So and even wild flowers also. Okay, some unusual flowers also you can see over a grassland. And the last one which we have learned under terrestrial is the plants which grow in coastal areas. So the best examples are coconut and pepper. And here they receive too much of rainfall and the climatic condition will be very hot and humid. And here the water will be very salty. Now these are the different types of plants which we have learned in terrestrial. Desert plants, then the plants which grow in mountains or hills, then we have learnt about marshes, the plants which grow in clayey soil, and we have learnt about the plants which grow in plains. In plains again 2 types which have very average rainfall, moderate rainfall and which have very heavy rainfall. Then we have learnt about plants which grow in forest. We have learnt about plants which grow in grasslands. Then we have learnt about plants which grow in coastal areas. So hope you all have written the checkpoints also. In the next class we will meet with a fresh topic, that is aquatic. aquatic plants. So hope you all understood the lesson. So be safe at home. Thank you.